Okay, we live here at Vibes. You know, we at the Sunday brunch. We're here with Professor Eva Marie King.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? MC, fly girl, B
All
girl.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So tell us about yourself.
Well, Chairman, CEO of my company, Rockaway's Finest, Media International, who is over the International Street Legend and DJs and MCs division. I will answer your question. Mr. Grand was a DJ Shaik.
So when you tell us about when you started out.
I started out what?
Started out as MC.
As an MC, okay, because I've had several careers in entertainment. I'm multi-talented and multifaceted, I must tell you.
Yeah, take your time.
I started 1976. Prior to that was singing and touring New York in the Glee Club for one of the best schools in SouthSide Jamaica, Queens, which, by the way, is the first black middle class in New York City. So I sang in the 4th and 5th grade when I was 9 and 10. And then the summer of 1976, my crew, who were my childhood friends on 169th Street and 118th Avenue, decided we were going to form a crew, like most young people around New York City. And I chose the name. Okay, I'm going to give you some exclusives. You want the exclusives?
Tell me.
I chose the name Honey because of my complexion, and I was pretty thick as a 10-year-old. You know, I had a very nice shape. As I was just starting to develop, no, I had been developed, but I was really shapely. I was an athlete, so I stayed in shape. Then I said, no, I don't like honey. Then I used to we used to get the ham and cheese heroes from the store. And then most of us became righteous and got involved with Nation of Gods and Earth. So most of the crew stopped eating ham, so it was turkey and cheese. Most of my peers would get turkey and cheese and a sundew drink, which is like a quarter. Remember the quart sundew? Right. But I like orange juice, so I would get a pint of orange juice. And I used to like to chew juicy fruit gum. Unfortunately, a lot of older gentlemen, when they heard my name was Juicy E, I was Juicy E. Summer 76, we practiced all summer until like that Christmas of 76. Most of the homeboys got 2 turntables and mixer for Christmas in Southside Jamaica, Queens from their parents. By that next year, summer of 1977, we were ready to go into Baisley Park houses and jam and battle a crew called CBS, Can't Be Stopped, a brother named Mark Ski. Shout out to Mark Ski. He never won a battle because his MCs were pretty good. He could DJ really good, but we just had more equipment, my crew, the 169th Street crew. So my older sisters used to bring home tapes. One of my sisters would bring home Hollywood tapes in like 74. She used to go to DJ conventions, and I would see the rhymes on her dress, the flies on her dress, like, yeah, I'm going to go, one day when I get older, because I was like 8. My other sister went to high school with Russell Wendell Simmons, who was called Rush here in Queens. He's from Hollis. He went to August Martin with her, and he used to give parties, promote parties around Queens. She used to go to a club called a Ruling Class, which is across the street from Queens Central Library upstairs. It's a barbershop and a hair salon called Chrome now. And this was like 74, 75. So getting all this information, I kind of knew about the movement of partying, or what they used to call disco parties back then. And I was a poet and a writer in elementary school. I was an honors student, so I always liked to read and write, and I would always get straight A's. I just loved work. It came so easy to me. I always loved school. So summer 76, my homegirl, Spicy, moved from 118th Road near Merrick, where I lived on 118th Avenue. She moved to Bronx River Houses, 1460 Bronx River Houses. Shout out to my new program, Life After 1460 Bronx River Avenue. I'm doing a lot up at the Bronx River Community Center. I'll be going there regularly and working with the children and youth. But the rhymes just came from me already being a writer as an elementary school student and being a poet. My librarian at what is called the Edward Kennedy Ellington School of Art, Science, and Technology. I'm sure I don't have that in the right order, but it used to be called PS 140 on 167th Street and 116th Avenue. The librarian, Mrs. Pope, back in the early 70s, made me read Langston Hughes, Maya Angelou, and Nikki Giovanni. So I used to take those books home, and I wanted to be a poet so bad I used to just copy the poems and pretend that I was writing the poems. And I would write stories about what I was going to do when I grew up and places I was going to go, and I would sit in my room and just write. And actually, that's why I have over 150 organizations, programs, initiatives, men's programs, women's programs, because I realized that if I write it down, I can make it happen. And that everything in society, television, radio, businesses, all start from someone sitting down writing. So my rhymes, my first rhyme was, I'm fly, I'm sweet, and I'm so supreme, and I'm always right on time, something like that. Then there was another rhyme that everyone in the neighborhood used to kind of say. A brother named, this rapper named Wayne Dew, he used to say a rhyme, I'm cool, I'm bad, I'm so supreme, and I don't eat no pork. That's why I run this rapping game all over this city, New York. And so all of us used to say that rhyme because we all thought it was so cool. I learned how to double up in about 1979. Now, I thought that when I heard the record by the Treacherous Three, that they were the first ones to do the triple up rhyming and double up rhyming. Years later, in about 2010, Orville Hall, who's the curator at the Hollis Hip Hop Museum, informed me that Mr. Sweetie G, who's known as Dr. Glenn Toby, was known as the singing rapper, and I mean, I'm paraphrasing, and who could rhyme real fast. So it became a popular thing in 1979. I would say rhyme, see, I can harmonize, sing a song, rapping fast, rapping slow, hold your man, and don't let go. See, I'm feeling fine, I'm so kind of no dudes rocking around, I'm hoping that you feel. Sorry, I bit my tongue, y'all. I made up another one, probably 2011. Rhymes on my mind, well, let me say, rhyme to keep you blind and mess with my mind. Went on and on. Sorry, y'all. The mimosas are getting to me. I'm not gonna lie, but I had so many rhymes. I was writing poetry. My son became to be a teenager, and I would rhyme for his friends. He's like, "Mom, write more rhymes, write more rhymes." And I'm like working in corporate America, working on getting my bachelor's and my master's. So I eventually started writing a lot of rhymes. Now it's like I can't stop. I never freestyle, but I freestyle now. I'm not a battle MC. People call me battle MCs. I guess because the culture and the movement and the community has grown, so everything is kind of compartmentalized now. Everybody battled. That's what you did. You know, so in terms of MCing, it makes me angry when someone calls me a rapper. And if I ever meet Reverend Al Sharpton and he refers to me as a rapper like he does in his speeches, I might curse at him. I don't know. I might say I'm not no fucking rapper because I don't like that. That's an occupation. I'm prior to that. I'm a park jam, house party, DJ. I'm an original DJ for my community. And I'm a fly girl, B-girl. All of that was first. Being an original fly girl and a B-girl came before the DJ and the MC. That's just what a fly girl and a B-girl did, DJ and MC. So that's a little bit about my history. Bronx River, South Jamaica, Queens, going to parties all over New York City. At age 12, I was going to parties at the Hotel Diplomat. My older sister would sneak me in. Oh my God. Harlem World. My homegirl said I went to parties at the T Connection, but from the time, let me give you another exclusive. Jesus. From the time I was 10 to the time I was 17, I used to smoke a lot of weed, y'all. So a lot of the stuff, I might not remember. My homegirls tell me some of the parties we went to parties like every week, you know. Until, this is for my children and youth, I got suspended from Parkwest High School because I got caught with 2 spliffs. A spliff was a real fat joint. You would buy like extra long bamboo or whatever, and I was in the bathroom. My homegirl was in the store. Security guard came in and was like, "Oh no, Eva, I can't let you go this time. I gotta take you." I was like, "Oh man!" So she had to take me to the dean. She got on the toilet and stood over and looked because my homegirl was trying to squeeze down. Shout out to Shorty Don't. She lives in Atlanta now. She was trying to bend down so she couldn't get caught. And the security officer asked her, "What you doing?" She said, "Thinking." And we still joke about that to this day, but I got suspended. My father found out, he cursed me all the way out. My dad wasn't living with the family anymore at that time. When him and my mother had divorced when I was 7. However, at this time I was like 16. I was like 16, 17. He said, "You on dope?" I was like, "Dope? That's not dope. It's just weed. It's just, you on dope." Like, he cursed me out so bad. I stopped smoking weed the next day. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped everything because I disappointed my father. And he's like my hero. And I just felt like all of the rebellion that I was going through in high school, not going to school anymore, all of the honors work that I had did in elementary and junior high, I had threw out the window. So I was like, nope, stop everything, I'm going to school. So I finished school, got some fast food jobs, worked in banking, worked in law enforcement, eventually went back to college and was conferred with 2 college degrees, and now I'm Professor Eva Marie King. And I tell folks, you know, I might have said, "Oh, it's just a little weed." No, I used to smoke weed every day, a whole lot of it too. And because of it, my memory is shot. A lot of stuff I don't remember, but since I write so much, a lot of my memory is coming back. I tell anyone, no matter what you're going through, life is going to get better. And you have to find the happiness, you have to make the happiness. I would not be sitting here calling myself an international street legend if I didn't have confidence in myself. So this is what I impart onto my brothers and sisters out there. Do anything. I am the legendary pioneer, Queen MC Juicy E, established in 1970, and I still love to rhyme. I guess I shouldn't freestyle after drinking mimosas at Vibes Brunch Sunday. I'm aware enough to know I gotta give a plug, but Vibes is on Instagram, Vibes NYC1, and the brother behind the camera is DJ Grand Wizard Shaik Bass. Shaik Bass is on Facebook, ShaikBass, and he's representing Bassline Entertainment from the Bronx. I know you're director Shaik Bass, but can we take a break so I can get back to my mimosa and we do part 2?
Yes, because we are 13 minutes in. So on that note, we will see y'all on the next one.